Yeah, 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 I love the smile in your face. I know that you got what it takes. Plus you working, ain't no breaks, yeah. You got that vibe, mama, you already know, yeah. This is the Darling Talk Show.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Alexa here, back with another episode of the Darling Talk Show. Today's episode is gonna be a good one, and I have a lot of beautiful people in the building today. This is going to be a conversation about dating apps, as you guys can tell on the title already. And I have my friends here. I have Chantel.
Hi.
I have my girl Onyx.
Hey.
And I have my boy Phil. You know, he feels like he's thinking he's gonna get attacked today, but we're not gonna do that. You know, we just want to have some conversation and we want to hear perspectives. Okay, so before we even start the show, y'all, I like to. Well, actually, first things first, I like to say this video is sponsored by House of Divas Boutique with the fit. You know what I'm saying? You guys make sure you guys check them out. I will leave all the description of everything on the description box. So check them out. Thank you. And yeah, y'all ready for this conversation?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know if I am. Hold on, I'm getting confused right now.
we're gonna start first talking about the wine, because every episode we like to, drink on wine. I feel like wine just makes everything better.
Gets the
You know what I'm saying?
Right?
So,
Yeah.
by the way, my boy Phil is not drinking alcoholic wine. He's gonna stick to the non-alcoholic wine. I'm proud of him because he's not gonna drink in 2024 and beyond. So we're gonna support that. We support that here.
Before
Okay.
his wine out.
It was an accident. It was an accident.
Right.
Like, no, you're not gonna give me no alcohol.
Right. So today we're gonna be drinking Llano Estacado wine. It's a sweet red blend right here, and we're also gonna drink. Well, Phil is gonna drink the Be Well, non-alcoholic wine. So
Exactly. It's called Be Well for a reason.
you're right. That's a good one. All right, so let me pour your. Okay. Y'all, by the way, I don't have any food in my system, so I've been drinking wine since.
You should be drinking that.
You'll be alright.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna do a toast. So who wanna do a toast? I think you should do a toast, Phil.
I should do the toast.
Yeah.
I think we should toast to definitely great health in 2024.
I love that.
It's protecting your peace, your mental and your
Amen.
physical health peace,
Yes.
and spiritual actually. And don't let finances be everything.
Hey.
Amen.
Okay.
Cheers.
Salud.
Salud.
All right. This is so good.
This is good.
This is my jam.
This is good.
This is definitely
That is good.
my
That's
jam.
very good. Okay. We're going to talk about it
I have
later.
to make sure I
This
take
is
a
a
picture
problem
before
for
I
me now.
leave. Yeah.
Why?
Because this is good.
You're going to talk today.
Yes, please. I will.
All right, y'all. So I really want to talk to you guys about dating apps. I feel like we live in a world right now where the dating apps, there's good things about them and there's also bad things about them. And I think it's all about how we use them. I encourage dating apps because I've been on the dating apps before, but child, I had to stop at some point because, and I'll tell y'all you guys can hop in whenever, but for me, I used to be on dating apps. I was on Hinge and I was on, I think I just did Hinge. I didn't like Tinder. Of course, y'all know why. And I did found somebody there back in 2021. We dated for 6 months. I was my man for 6 months, child. It was cool. But after that, I just didn't like it, When that ended, I got back on the dating apps again. I don't know why I did that. And I just never found, there's a lot of guys that just wanted to have sex. It wasn't intentional. I'm a very intentional. I like to do intentional dating because I like to I'm a relationships girl. I love to love on a man and I love to do all those things. So I was like, man, y'all just playing over here. So I had to end.
So I feel like with dating apps, 'cause I'm on a couple of them also.
Okay.
I just recently joined BLK. It's supposed to be for black people.
Yes.
And I did Coffee Meets Bagel at one point, and I did meet somebody nice on there. It just didn't work out. But I just think that dating apps, it creates such a shallow, very surface level of choosing someone, right?
Okay.
Like I'm gonna swipe because this guy, his head's too big, or
Yes.
I'm gonna swipe because this guy, he's missing a tooth, or like you know, when as opposed to meeting somebody in person, you get to feel that energy, you get that authentic first impression, you get, you know, oh, I like his vibe, I like his, you know, I can feel it that I like him, not just I'm gonna swipe until I see somebody that I'm maybe physically attracted to, because Photoshop is real also.
Baby. And catfishing.
And catfishing. So
Oh
that's my little one too about
That's good. I think that's really good because I've definitely been catfished before.
That's why you got Tone to send you the top 5.
No, for real.
Nah, I do it all the time.
You do?
I do it all the time. Well, I used to, not anymore.
Okay, so what happened with your, tell us about your, I guess, journey.
Experience?
Yeah.
With dating apps? I mean, everybody used to use Tinder, Black. I think Hinge is the new, most updated one. But it gets overwhelming more so. It's too much. You know, because you can match with something. You can match with like 10 people in like 1 minute. If you haven't, hey, what you doing? Hey, what you doing? Like, how are you? Where you from? Like, that's too much energy transferring for me. I'm big on energy transferring. And a lot of times I keep it a buck with women more so because a lot of times I be networking too on that.
Yes.
Like, I be networking, so I was like, yo, it is what it is.
That's smart.
You know, I think
That's so smart.
I think it's Bumble that has
Bumble's cool, but it's a lot of little fake. Like
accounts.
a lot of fake,
Oh, okay.
It's not like Hinge. Like Hinge is like
Verified for
But
sure.
I was saying Bumble has Bumble for dating and then Bumble for friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can go on there and meet other girls that you want to hang out with, or you can go on there and
I'll
meet
just use
guys,
social
or you can
media
go
for
Bumble for business.
Yeah, and then I think the interface of Bumble isn't like super cool. Like one of my homegirls, she's about to like create an app for creatives and content creators, or you can get gigs and all that stuff, which is dope. So I think that would more so be the future. Like if she gets that off the ground and running, so like it's fire for sure. Yeah. But I think just the dating apps in general, it just gets way too overwhelming. Like way too overwhelming.
Alex, you're quiet. What are your thoughts?
I just went. My mind just went. I'm thinking. Well, this is the first time I've actually been on dating apps, like actually actively wanting to actually be on dating apps. The other times I've been on them, it was just to see what's out there. But I never got to meet anybody because I think that conversation for me is very important. I want my mind stimulated. You know what I mean? But I'm on Hinge now, and I actually, for the first time, I feel proud of myself because I'm no longer scared, because it was a fear of mine to go out with a complete stranger. Yeah. And I went on my first date with a guy, and it went amazing. It was amazing. But I'm back on Hinge. No, okay, so
it was amazing for too long.
No, but wait, it was amazing. The only thing I would say is that we actually didn't want the same things because, like you said, I'm more of a relationship girl, and I don't know how to casual date like several people because that's too much energy. And then that person is also getting my energy, sharing it with somebody else, getting their energy. I'm tired.
I can't do it.
I feel like once you reach a certain age too, you want to be more intentional with who you're dating. Right?
Absolutely.
Yes. You're like, okay, I don't have time to be like dating 10 people or talking to 10 people at the same time. Like, I need you to see. Listen, I like you. If you like me, let's actually build together, explore and see if this works. Because if you're focused on 20 people at the same time, your attention is not going to be, and it actually can become confusing.
And the conversation, like, oh, I told you, no, you did not tell
Wrong
me.
person.
Wrong person. That's a trigger. That's a trigger. That don't do that. Pay attention. I like it. I like to pay attention to when I'm being told about this person. Like, this person is telling me about them. I have to pay attention.
So then, because I'm not a dater. Like, I don't date a bunch of people either.
Same.
But I'm now 30. I just made 30.
Okay.
And
welcome to the club.
How does that feel, being 30?
It feels good. I feel like, I know it's probably just a mental thing, but, like, it feels like, no, I'm in a chapter of, like, all right, Chantel, You already had your 20s. What's up?
Yeah. You know what? Now it's time to like. I have my business finally, like a big girl business.
Yes.
I have like a kid.
Yes.
You know, I have things that I'm working towards, and so now I'm looking. I feel like that piece is missing. I need a man at this point.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Okay. So since you need a man, what are things that you're doing? Why are you laughing? Since you need a man, what are things that you're doing right now to get to that point? Right? Like, are you say you're on dating apps? Have you been on a date already? Are you talking to are you getting to know people?
So
are you putting yourself out there?
Yes. So I do go out a little bit more, and I don't just go out to go out. I go out to places where the kind of person that I would want to meet could possibly be.
I like that.
So I'm at networking events. I'm at real estate events. I'm at investor events. I'm at I joined a couple of chamber of commerces,
right.
Like just to meet
like-minded people.
Like-minded people
That's
good. that I wouldn't mind following.
That's good. That's good.
Or being led by.
Right, that's right. So I need somebody who I can trust their judgment so that I don't have to think too hard.
So in this case, because I'm going to piggyback from that, for me, it's like, I want someone where I can officially turn my brain off and just be a girl.
That's the thing. I want to be a woman.
I want to be a girl so
I don't want to be a man.
I don't want to do man things
It's actually
anymore.
so funny that you said that because I was out on Friday and my boy, he had introduced a book to me. He had sent it to me. I don't remember the name of it, but I have it on my phone. And he's like, yo, read this book. And he's like, like when women want to come home from work, they're in that masculine energy all day. They just want to be feminine.
Look, it's true.
No, which is true, 100% true. A lot of times you deal with that. But then you still have the women that are just masculine, though.
Okay, so let me talk. Okay, all right.
Go ahead.
All right.
I like this topic so much because it's a real one, and a lot of women are out there dealing with that same issue.
Really
Not
like
because
this
we
one.
want to. It is good.
Chantal?
Not because we want to, but because sometimes we're forced to. You just seen that right now happen here as an example with Alec, right? Like when the whole. Like for me, I'm not used to, I'm always on boss mode. I'm always handling business. I'm always taking care of things.
100%.
And so when I meet somebody, it's really hard for me to trust them that they're going to lead me in that way. And I hate asking, right? And I think that a man that knows how to lead is the man that has initiative. So for me, and I know a lot of women can relate to this, like I'm not going to sit here and tell you to ask me if something simple as, did you eat today, right? I want you to ask me that. Because I'm going to ask you, did you eat today? How was your day? Like, and if I don't get the same in return, I'm like, okay, I cannot, this man is not going to make sure that I ate. Something as simple as that. You don't have to ask me like every single day.
It's true. It tells me that you're thinking. But
it tells me that, okay, even if like it's saying, for example, I don't know, it could be something as simple as, like, when's the last time you got a car wash? Something as simple as that.
Especially when they know what's happening in your life.
And they're paying attention to it.
Yes.
But are they paying attention? Because if they would have been paying attention, we wouldn't have to be saying these things out loud.
No,
I mean, everybody's different though, right?
He very busy.
We all
Giving your perspective. I don't know.
But we're all humans, right? Like we're not robots. And I have these conversations with some of my boys that are like very like deep thinkers. I'm a very deep thinker.
Yeah.
So obviously, as a man, you want your woman to be as feminine as possible. But what I was trying to say is like a lot of women are just like even if so they're forced to be masculine, they sometimes can't even get out of it because of how their workforce is. So it's like, how can a man lead or do that and stuff if you still act masculine?
That just takes the mindset of the woman. And it depends on what it is that she wants.
Right.
If she is aware of what she wants and she's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Intentional about what it is that she wants. She's going to train her mind to shut down.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so funny. Kurt Franklin had said it the other day on the Shannon Sharp's podcast.
I saw that
about it, and like you could train their mind to, but then she gotta be willing to. That person gotta be willing to. The man has to be willing to do certain things, right? And if the man's leading, the woman should be supporting, and vice versa. So that's how I look at it.
I agree with you, and I agree with that because it's like we both have to be able or wanting to do it, right? Because at the end of the day, it's like when you're so used to doing something for so many years, and you're aware of it, and you're telling yourself, I have to work on this because if I don't, because for me, I'm a very like, I'm more aware of myself. I know what I have to work on, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm too masculine. Girl, calm down. Let this man open the door for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let him pay for dinner, even if you can't pay for it. Let him pay for it. Or, and so things like that, it's like, because I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I would go out to eat on a date. I would go on dates and I'll be like, I can pay for my tab.
Mm.
And I was
But you
like,
know what? Some dudes like that stuff just to even see if you would like do it. Like if you
Not
have,
on the first date.
not on the first
Yeah,
date.
on the first date,
Okay,
yeah.
on the first date, this is what I did, and tell me if I was wrong, right? Okay, so
I'm scared.
No way,
That's
no,
good.
okay,
Go ahead,
no,
speak
because so he paid for everything. He paid for the Uber. He paid for the meal, and I tipped.
that's good.
There's nothing
Right?
wrong with that.
Okay, everything was
That's
good. So we went to the second spot. He bought the drinks. He bought the hookah. But then it got to a point where we were dancing and talking so much that I noticed my drink was low, and the conversation. And it's the first date, so everything is so good. Let me assist you by thinking too. So I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get us 2 drinks and come back. And he was like, "What did you do?" I was like, "I'm gonna get us 2 drinks." I went to the bathroom. We came back, and I'm right back.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I mean, he didn't take it the wrong way. It just kind of shocked him, apparently.
Of course, exactly.
Of course, the
A lot of
women don't do it.
The women
Yeah.
don't do
I
that.
mean, I don't see
I
nothing
was
wrong with that.
being wined and dined.
Yeah.
So I was like, shit. I mean, I can't do what he's doing to me right now, but shit,
I can do something
a
small.
drink.
Here's a couple pennies.
You know,
Yeah.
Don't say I'm just the girl either. I don't think.
no, but
Let me drop 2 pennies in the bucket.
no, it's not. Okay, listen, hold up, because what to him might be 2 pennies, to me that's $100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can give what I have, and you can give what you have.
So I want all your perspective on this, right? Women have equality in a lot of spaces now, right?
Mhm. Yes,
no?
yes, I agree.
Okay. Right? Some women don't agree, so. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Damn it.
You're not even drinking, child.
Some women have.
Yeah,
different
so you said what did you say again?
Some women have
Equality. It's something about equality.
Now, right? All right, and so now 2024, right? As men and women, we don't really need each other as much. It's a want thing, and y'all can ask me if I'm crazy or not.
Ooh,
I'm
that's
gonna,
a word. Want.
I don't agree.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, right? Because everything is so convenient nowadays.
I see your perspective, though. Okay.
You get what I'm saying? It's not. I'm not saying yes. You do need women and men to think, right? Because if you have a child and he's a boy, at a certain age, that boy isn't gonna be listening to a woman, right?
Yes.
So I stay in my nephew's lives, or any young boy's life, like to make sure they're on the right path, or whatever the case may be. Because I had a father that was like, "Yo, you need to be a leader, not a follower," et cetera, et cetera. Even though I didn't grow up with both parents in my household, I've seen, what a man should be and how a woman should be as well.
Right.
So it never really affected me as how it can do to, other men or other women growing up. So I'm not saying that we don't need each other, but a lot of times it's a want thing. That's why so many people are being single. You get what I'm saying?
Because, and I know a lot of women too are okay with raising kids by themselves. Like women that are financially stable, they are fine, they don't, they really have it all. I follow this girl on social media that literally is a great content creator. She's making money.
Yeah.
She's been a single mom. She literally doesn't even want to, she says that she's okay with raising her kid because she has a support system. She has father figures around, her child, so she's fine with it. However, hold on. However, I don't agree with that. I mean, to me, I wouldn't want to raise my child by myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. Yeah. But I see why you're saying that. I kind of see your perspective, because now for her it will be like a man will be an option for her. It won't be like I need a man.
But what happens after the kid grows up?
They're gonna be by themselves, maybe.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
What do you mean by themselves? Because everybody's family dynamic is different, right? So that woman can have a brother that's very close to the child that looks up to them. Like,
No, that's
fine. She's gonna be laying in her bed
by herself.
Yeah.
Or as you grow, okay, so you're talking about as the kid grows older,
Yes.
what happens thing. That's something that she has to deal with and be okay and content
I'm
with.
not okay with that.
Yeah.
Right, that's you. That's how you feel, and that's why I tell so many people you have to just look at different perspectives on things a lot of times, right? Like for me, yes, I would love to have a woman and be able to lead, et cetera, et cetera. I don't care if a woman makes more than me, because you guys got the equality in the playing field. That person may have gone to school for that. I didn't go to school for that, or whatever the case may be.
How would you feel if? It's all like having you here. How do you feel about okay, let's say you have a girlfriend or whatever case may be, and that girl, just not there yet. Maybe financially. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like your partner, your woman, has to be making the same money as you or more? And because women get that question asked all the time, but men don't get that question asked all the time. So how do you feel about your partner?
I've dealt with all three.
Okay.
Same pay, lower pay, and more pay.
Okay.
It doesn't affect me, and the reason and social media has tarnished people's brains because they see what these celebrities do on an everyday basis, and they're like, yo, there's only one Moneybag Yo, there's only one Little Uzi Vert, there's only one, you know, Rick Ross, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, everybody ain't making the same amount of money. They had a talent, they utilized their talent, and they got wealthy off of it, and it took them a minute. They didn't just get rich overnight type of a deal. So, you know, whatever they want to do with their funds and how they want to treat their woman is how they want to treat their woman. Yeah. There's a bunch of women in the world. There's a bunch of men in this world, right? And a lot of people say they have options, but you gotta understand, you can have a lot of options. You see how the dating apps, we go back to the dating apps, there's so many options, but there's probably something wrong with them behind the thing. You never talked to this person. You ain't never.
I was just.
You ain't never seen their feet.
Waiting on my turn.
A lot of people are picking.
Shit be wrong with people. Okay.
Mentally, you know what I'm saying? You know, some people, like, I'm very picky when it comes to women. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, voice, smile, mental, common sense, intelligence, how your feet look.
Common sense.
Like,
Common sense.
Feet are important too?
Yeah, you're told, nah, I'm not, I can't. It just, it's like nothing wrong. I mean, God made you that way. It is what it is. God made me how I am, right? So it's just like, that's how I look at it. But, people just think they just got too many options on the social media and the dating apps. It's not like that.
That's something that triggers me. It's this too many options thing. It's like, well, what do you need too many options for?
Yeah.
People are not clothes. People are not shoes. I also think
that is why we were talking earlier about the lengths that some women go to be deemed beautiful, right? It is because of there being so many options. They're comparing themselves to be able to every time subconsciously to meet the demands of somebody that may be picky, right? Like, oh man, his man's picky, my lips are too small, let me go get it.
Imagine changing your entire look for someone and they still don't like it.
Unknown substances into themselves just to be able to meet the demands of what they think a man wants.
When there's some men out there for you that will love you for who you are,
for who and what you are, right?
It's a body dysmorphia disease thing.
So if you bring that back to the dating apps, I could go on there and say all this stuff. They ask you a lot of questions. They ask you a lot of questions. They ask you to tell a joke. They ask you, some of them even ask you to put your voice on there and stuff like that. I try not to do that because my voice is different. Like my voice is different than the environment I'm in right now. And so if I go on there and I'm like, hi, my name is Chantel, and they hear the accent, that may bring that so many options, like, oh, I like it, but do I like you?
Yeah. Okay, let me ask y'all something. Would you go to Love is Blind?
Love is Blind. Is it like a blind dating?
You don't watch Love is Blind on Netflix?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, so but
maybe
basically,
for the payday,
Love is Blind. It's a show where you basically go find love, right? Okay. A lot of professionals go there find love, but you're talking to somebody or you're dating somebody in a pod, like you don't see them.
So a blind date essentially.
Yeah. It's like
a televised blind date.
Correct. Yeah. You're dating them, and the goal is to connect with somebody emotionally instead versus just physically.
I would.
Okay, I think you would. Yeah.
I would go on something like that.
I would do it for the payday. That's about it.
Oh my gosh.
Why you wouldn't go? Because you're scared to find somebody.
No.
But maybe the other person's intentions. The only probably reserve I would have is, what is this person's intentions? Are they there to get paid? Exactly. Or are they there for love? Are they there to really connect?
It seems like it has worked for a lot of people. I've seen a lot of couples that have.
Well, I haven't watched Love is Blind, but I watched that other one. Where two of them are still married. They show up on the Shade Room a couple of times, and you can see that they're still married.
So it looks like it works.
The first season,
but it's not for everybody. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm like, if I go there, because to me the looks do matter in some way. I'm sorry.
I was about to say that.
I have to be real with myself. Like,
you do not have an option after the fact, like after you actually see them?
I mean, you do, but it can get messy.
It can get very messy. It's, you have to watch the show. You have to watch the show. Watch it right now. It's a new season right now.
Funny. Like, it's just funny because it's like,
let's say we're all dating him, but nobody know. Okay, so let's just say, because there's so many people there, right? It's like maybe like 10 men and women, but they're all dating themselves and they're trying to find the one that they connect. So let's say at some point we all will date Phil blindly. We're just going through his voice. That's it, and what he's telling us. He might be telling all of us the same shit. Like, I really like you, and I feel good about you, and blah blah blah, blah. And and then it's like, but he chose you, but he told me the same thing, and I'm like, Phil, you ain't shit because you told me the same thing. It's crazy.
I have to go and watch that.
Yeah, but I just
laugh. You're gonna be.
It's funny.
It's definitely.
So why wouldn't you? Why you? Yeah, it's on Netflix. So why wouldn't you go do it?
I wouldn't do it in an emotional way, only because I know myself and I am very sexually active. I
Don't say sexually active. You're a sexual person.
That's the word. Sexual person.
You like the.
She enjoy having sex.
I want to be able to look at you, baby, and I want to be able to think.
She got to
things.
fantasize about it.
Yes. If I can't
Gotcha.
see you doing things to me, and I can't see myself doing things to you,
Okay.
I cannot because I'm not gonna hear you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. Anything you say to me is comes in here and it comes out here. It sounds
That
superficial.
is the funniest thing I've heard.
So
on this
it's funny
show.
because the same way how you feel about obviously I feel I feel about that too because I'm a deep lover as well.
Are you? What's your sign?
Capricorn, December Capricorn.
Oh,
but
Taurus,
I'm
you're
very
earth
picky
sign.
though. But I'm very picky.
Yeah, y'all are
though.
picking. They
Yeah.
little flashes on them.
Stop it.
All right,
January Capricorns are the crazy.
Okay.
But,
No. It's the December.
nah, it's the January.
I promise you.
See, but you see how boom for her saying sexually thing. Look, Capricorn. See a Capricorn. Just that's the base.
Ooh,
That's the base.
I'm not a Capricorn though.
What are you?
I'm a Libra.
Oh, that's so okay. That's funny. That's funny. Yes, they are too. But damn,
He forgot. See, you can't do that with Phil. Phil was gonna forget his thought process.
Cause I'll start going.
But you were saying.
I can't. So if I don't see myself being with you long term, I can't be with you because I will look to marry you more so. So that's
bingo.
nice.
I
That's
tell,
good.
cause I'll tell them like, yo, I'll let them know what it is from like jump. Like if I'm just trying to smash or like, oh, I can see myself being with you or et cetera, et cetera.
I respect that.
Clear talk,
Or
bring
be
no
friends.
falling out.
Cause be honest with me.
Or be friends. Like I'm a dude that I could be friends. I think I met Alexa once before this and seen her twice. This is her third time probably interacting in person. I ain't never like flirt with her, try to nothing
very
like
business
thing. Just chopped it up.
Mm-hmm.
But some dudes don't got that mindset.
They don't. They'll go on. Let's have a meeting.
Everything that
And
moves.
I'm a very attractive woman. I would say no, I am because I'm a bad bitch. So you go on dates sometimes. Not dates. I'm sorry, meetings with men. And the meeting turns into like a flirting session.
I hate that.
And I'm like, this is why I should have just Zoom called you. Or, because it can get.
For
I
real.
think that has happened to y'all before, where y'all go on a date,
It
not a
happens
date.
to
Not
attractive
date,
women,
this-
period.
Yes.
Yeah, women in business.
Okay, so then okay.
I dealt with it even with women.
I'm
like,
sure that happens to you too.
and it was hard for me to dissect it, especially with what I do, for a living, and all I do is network. It's hard to like separate the two, and you really gotta tell them like I don't. It's just
you
like,
have to be assertive and be like, hey,
I'm not
look,
here
I'm
for
not,
that.
I'm not,
Yeah. And they sometimes feel away because women want to feel wanted.
yes,
Right? More than men.
like
True.
Let's talk about that. That's good you said that. What is it called? Rejection. We don't know how to take rejection like y'all do. Y'all were made to. Y'all take rejection like nothing.
Some men can't take rejection well either.
And that's why they're on dating apps.
I
Because
mean,
they don't have to take direct rejection.
Yeah, that makes
That's true.
sense. But
Good
then
swipe.
we are on it too, though.
Yeah. So I mean,
It's just too much.
You just
It's
swipe. You just swipe.
it's too much. The dating apps is
you
just.
You don't have to. It doesn't tell you who's lefting you. You just gives you the option to left, and you
True.
keep. on
I'll
with
tell
your
you
life.
one thing about me, yo.
I love
I
unmatching,
don't
too.
do bad. I'm really good at. I'm a girl that if I like you, I'll tell you. I'm a very straightforward woman. I believe in. I feel like if you want something, go for it. I don't believe in that. Like, man, I'm not gonna tell you I like you. You cute.
All this beating around the bush
However,
thing.
Have I ever been rejected before? I have not.
You probably have.
No, I have not. Like by a man that I like, I haven't.
Oh, but you like okay.
I'll go to him because energy speaks to me too.
Yeah.
And I'll know if a man is looking at me or something like that. I know if the energy is there, so I'm gonna come say hi because clearly you maybe
eyeing me.
intimidated or something. You don't want to come, whatever. So I'll go and say hello or something, and I do it in a way where it's very subtle, like, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm like, ooh, you fine. Like, no, I'm not doing that. because I'm
And
not.
there's nothing wrong with being rejected by.
But
a
it
woman
sucks
or
for women. I don't want to be rejected. If you tell me, I'm gonna cry. I'm probably gonna leave.
So okay, of course you're gonna cry. That's life. You go through pain, you go through love.
I was being dramatic, though. I'm not gonna cry,
hurt,
but
you go through depression. I look at people as experiences, right? Like there's always a timeline of something. Like if I experience her for 2 years, I experience you for 5 years, I experience you for 2 months. It's just an experience. You every day as a human being, you going through emotions yourself.
Yeah, and nothing is a waste of time. I feel like
I mean, some women gonna look at it as a waste of time. A lot of times.
True.
Men look at it like that too sometimes. Oh, I wasted my time. But when you flip the script and stop saying I look at it a waste of time,
learning lesson.
It's a learning lesson or experience for me of what I went through and what I could have been better at, or what I shouldn't have accepted. Things like that. It makes it look totally different.
A lot of it is a learning lesson. Interacting with people, especially on such a personal and one-on-one basis. Yeah. Normally, and if it doesn't work out, you get to then reflect and say, hey, like, did I do something wrong? Is there a character flaw that I have that I didn't know about? You
know what helped with those questions that helped me so far? Therapy.
Yeah, everybody needs it.
I don't
care. Like, I don't care if you're the happiest
you
person.
Need therapy. We all need therapy. Oh, I'm glad you said. As a black man, I just want to applaud you for saying that, because the amount of men that I've met that are so like not for it, and I don't understand how people are so against it. No, I don't get it.
I really like had got into so you guys don't know this or whatever. So I went through COVID in 2020 and almost passed away. I was in the hospital for 10 days. I was asleep for 5. So I'm in a blank space. This is a blank space. Like, I'm plugged up, everything. And I don't talk about this at all, really, because I really don't care for it, because I already passed. Wow. But I've lived twice type ordeal. You know what I'm saying? So when I talk about all these experiences and stuff like that, I lived life to the fullest. Like, I didn't care. Like, I've hang glided in Brazil. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done things it's just dope. Like, I just love to live life. Like, I'd be high off life more so, and that's why even with the drinking and the smoke, I don't even find it fun anymore, because you go through those stages of life. It's experiences that you have to just keep going through, and that's just what it is. And you're either gonna okay, I'm done with these experiences, it's time to go on to do something else, and what's gonna make me happy inside and motivate me and to keep going, et cetera, et cetera. But it just goes, I think, just as humans, man, it's just we always crave different things. I agree. That's just what it is.
So where you guys are at currently in a dating life, right? Are you guys dating right now? I mean, are y'all?
I'm not.
I'm observing right now.
Chantel, cheers to that.
I like that one.
What does that look like for you? Observing. Break it down.
I'm just scoping the scene. I go into a space. I kind of watch how people carry themselves. I had to define what it is that I'm wanting, right? And then just watch. Yeah. Where is it?
Okay.
Talk to God about it.
Okay. So you just
I love going to the bar by yourself. It just be dope.
Yeah, I love Bizu.
I went to the movies by myself.
That's good. Hey, I love that.
That was my first time doing anything by myself.
How did you feel?
But you see, that's an experience that you needed for yourself.
I needed that.
How did you feel about that?
It was actually not supposed to happen that way. I was supposed to be a date.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'll tell you what. This wasn't I might have met on a date. This is a man I met in person. Cool guy. We were talking for maybe a couple of weeks, and he was like, "Hey, let's go to the movies. We're gonna go to the city center, because city center has the movie theater, and then you have a Mona Lisa, and you have all this stuff all around. Right. So okay, we could watch the movie and then go hang out after." So the movie was at 10. We were supposed to watch that
Bob Marley movie.
No, the Color Purple, the musical.
Oh, okay.
Color Purple. So he gets there. He has a handicap sticker on his car, so he doesn't have to go into the garage to park. Okay. So he parks right in front of the movie theater. It's 10 o'clock. I'm speeding into the garage because I have to I don't have any handicaps, so I have to go and find a regular parking spot. So I called him and hey, I'm looking for a parking space. It's 10:10 at this point. He was like, well, the movie starts at 10. I value my time too much. We're gonna have to reschedule.
Sir, you know they want but you know what's crazy? The movie never.
Did you block him?
Time.
Genuine question.
Spoken to him since.
Okay, good.
I texted him back and I was like, as you should. And that was it for me.
And I'm glad you still went to the movies. And
I
did
still
not
went
to
to the
Yes.
movies. I was cute.
Period.
I ordered a crazy. So when you talk about
I ain't never heard that. Like that's wild.
Yeah,
But
so-
see, that's a man that's probably having multiple days with too
dealing
many
with
women.
other
Oh,
women and
yeah.
stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I understand that, and I can accept that. So I can accept the rejection that we talked about earlier. I have no problem with that
That's
because I'm
good.
Yeah, like
That's good.
I'm
That's
Chantel.
good.
I know me.
That's good.
Right? So I still went
not
to the
you
movies.
saving me from you. Thank you.
That's the bullet, right? That's the
Yes.
bullet.
And you I feel like those times when those things happens, that is God like redirecting
Amen.
you for something better because
Absolutely.
who knows what would have happened to you
And
in
it's
that
crazy
date
because
with
if
him.
this was Chantel maybe 7 or 8 years ago, I would have been upset. I would have been like, "You mother,"
Yeah.
A long text.
upset or whatever.
You just gotta laugh at it.
I just was like,
Laugh at
as
it.
you should.
Yeah, laugh at it.
And I went into the movie. I ordered me one of them Corona Rita things with the
Yes.
beer upside down.
Had a good
and
time.
I watched my movie with my
And-
legs
and-
crossed, and I was.
I know that's
fine.
right.
And you got
I like
home.
that.
You got home. You got in your bed, and how you
I
felt
went
about
to
yourself the
sleep.
next day?
Great.
Brand new.
With my integrity intact.
I love
okay?
that for you.
So yeah, I
You
forgot
didn't
the
have to.
question, but
You
that
didn't
has
went
no-
to
I was
bed
just asking.
overthinking about what this boy said. Okay, good
I
for
was
you,
asking
yeah.
what if you're dating. You already said that you're
I'm
observing.
open.
You're open
I'm
to
open
it.
to dating. If I see something that I like, I'm not going to be standoffish. I'm going
Right.
to receive it and
You're
analyze
still open,
it.
yeah.
And
That's
observe.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, it's part of life, child. What about you, ma'am?
I am open to dating only if my personal process is not being interrupted. Cause
Okay.
I recently got out of something that my process was interrupted, and that hurt me more than whatever happened within the relationship. It hurt me more that my process was interrupted. So I'm open to dating as long as me is not being interrupted. You know
That's
what I
good.
mean?
That's
You
good.
went through that, so
Yeah.
I totally feel
Yeah.
you. on
Are
Yeah.
you willing to adjust to
That's a good
mesh
question.
with the other person?
Absolutely. For me, it's like I'm a mirror you. I will mirror the life out of you. Treat me how you want to be treated. If you treat me shitty, baby, we going to hell.
Baby.
We going to hell. I promise you. Because why are you treating me like this? This is how you want to be treated. Then okay, I'm gonna show you how to.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
I feel like
don't do that.
This is why I tell her this all the time because we always have conversations. I always say dating is literally just a game that you have to
Girl.
be willing to be. No, seriously, because when you are dating a person, you're getting to know this, but you don't know this person at all, right?
Mhm.
And you kind of have to just like analyze the situation, and I don't know.
I'm an overthinker naturally.
And that can be a thing too. That's bad. For us
No.
women.
For me,
A lot of
it's
people go through
not.
it. I'm overthinking.
I'm
Like,
overthinking too, and I told myself that shit is terrible.
It is
because
horrible, but it's not. It's something you
working
the
on
scenarios that I create in my head that sometimes are not even happening. It's wild.
If I have
It's
to
human
create
nature.
about 5 scenarios in my head. Out of those 5 scenarios,
One of them is
3
right.
no, 3 have to be in my favor and 2 have to be against me. If everything has to be, you know what I mean?
I mean, we're gonna overthink. I think we're
Yeah.
gonna overthing
Yeah, it's a
regardless.
human-
Regardless.
It's a human thing.
It's a
Doesn't
human
matter.
thing, right? I think
You gotta
that
think
it's
like
just-
when you're talking to someone, right?
Yes.
Like eventually, right? You want to marry to come as one, right?
That's
so
the
like
goal,
that
yeah.
You're always thinking about how that other
So
person
then,
will
knowing
feel.
that we have all these different gears that go in the process that we're talking about right now, how is it that I don't think that any of us would be successful on a dating app?
Why?
Are you talking about us?
Oh, that's why you say
I'm
that.
not, that's.
I mean, I'm not on it, so
We
The
I
person
see what
I
you
talk
did
to
there.
now.
I'm not on it.
The person I talk to now, we met on that.
on our dating app.
Yeah, we met
Okay.
on that, but but you know, like we see. It's funny she's a Libra too, but is how can I explain
get
it?
ready. No, I'm just
No, like we haven't met each other in person yet because of the fact that I was in New York and I had to leave or whatever the case may be. But our conversation was just
Great.
normal and flowed.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like FaceTime.
Which app?
Hinge.
Hinge.
Oh.
Should I get back on?
Son.
Nah, but
listen,
it's not
get on Hinge.
always like
You're
that.
right,
though.
you're right, you're right.
I'm okay. Like for me, I'm a very personable person. Like I'm just chill. Like I'm flow. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make no woman feel uncomfortable. It's like some dudes be on some like weird stuff.
Yeah.
Same thing with women.
Oh,
like,
my God.
Some be on some weird stuff. But the thing is too. Now hold on. A lot of times y'all go on dating apps to go on dates when you should be. Oh, I'm just looking for a friend to just be cool with and chop it up with, et cetera, et cetera. Like I said, you flip your mind switch of how you look at things and perception wise. it's gonna be different, because now if y'all just working towards something as friends, all right, cool. Then you see where it goes.
I mean, I agree. I mean, that's cute, but I don't know.
But what I'm saying, a lot of the best relationships come from
friendships. I agree.
But people don't go on dating apps
for that.
friends.
I feel like the dating app is supposed to be more so like, if I would think, right, when a man is on a dating app, okay, I'm thinking, okay, he's ready for a relationship because he's here looking, like actively looking for something, right?
Some people go on dating apps.
But then wait, but no,
there's only two options. You either fucking dating intention or
I learned that with time. Because clearly I'm like, all right, this is what's happening here. I learned and I figured that's why I'm not on it. I'd rather go out and meet people in person now.
You know what's this is okay. This is what crossed my wires a bit, not recently, because okay, I got on Hinge in December, right? I deleted it like around December 18th. I was approached from Hinge to Instagram. This is
outside of the app.
Yeah. Follow my train of thought with this. So, reached out through Instagram, and then everything was nice and flowy. But then when I'm like, okay, I don't kind of like that. I don't want that for me. And if something decision you're not comfortable with, two things could have happened. Okay, good. I'm gonna leave you alone. Or okay, we're gonna work this out, because I really like you. No. Mm-hmm. What bothered me is that I told dude. I deleted it because I actually want to meet people like in person, because the app thing is not for me.
Right.
Homeboy still insisted in pursuing, but I was like, okay, cool. We went on a date. Everything was cool. But then when I started to feel those energies outside of dude, I was like, yeah, I need to sleep at night. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was like, how can you do all of this to come and pursue me, and then you're going to do all of that?
I think a lot of men, they still don't know what they want. They still trying to figure themselves out too. I think a lot of us, we need God and we need therapy.
Amen.
We need to go and we literally need to like focus. What do we really want? Do I really want to be out here dealing with all these women?
Yeah, and you got
man.
Lifestyle plays in a big factor.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, you gotta have deep conversations with people, and I'm talking about very uncomfortable.
And some people don't want to have those conversations.
And that tells you a lot
that's
about
not
them.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people go through childhood trauma.
Yes.
And they're unwilling to address
it.
And you gotta understand, you'll never be 100% fully healed.
That's okay. But it's the work
like, that you do every single day.
Are you even wanting to work towards addressing your issues?
That part. That's what I would appreciate of a person when they're like, you know what, I know that I have this issue and I'm willing to work on it.
And can you also hold yourself accountable on this issue?
I've been with a lot of women that have gone through childhood trauma, and obviously you probably know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say on camera, but have gone through some stuff, you know, as a child and stuff like that. And if you are a deep level thinker like me, or really see everything more so, you see it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some men like overlook that stuff, like, why she like that, or whatever the case may be is, or you know what I mean, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, you gotta really understand, like, yo, she been through a lot, or whatever the case may be is. So it's like they not gonna get it. You know. You
know what's crazy? I've been open to, you know, past partners that I've had about my situations and my traumas and stuff like that. Mind you, I'm very accountable. I'd like to take accountability when I'm wrong and all these things. And yet, they still don't get it. So I'd be like, that man is not for me, because if you really, I analyze things. Yeah. So if let's say you come, we're dating and we're arguing about something, and you just start yelling at me because you're angry about the situation. Even if I'm pissed because you're yelling at me, I'm gonna go home and think like, you know what, maybe he's going through something, but you know, Phil was actually, he grew up in a household like this, so maybe to him that's normal. Like, I literally go there and try to understand why a person acts a certain way. No, but
you said fuck that.
You can't just say fuck that, because
control yourself.
No, right. But what I'm saying is that tough. Based on what he's saying about understanding the person, like why the person acts a certain way. Right. Because when you do get to understand that, so you're able to like, you're able to say, okay, am I willing to deal with this? And if the person is willing to work on it, cool. Or if he's accountable, cool. But if the person is not even willing to work with it, that's when I'd be like,
that's when you can't accept it.
This gotta go. Yeah.
That's when you can't accept it.
So go ahead, give me your opinion.
I think that when people put themselves in the space to say, okay, I'm going to actively date this person, if you did not do a real self-evaluation to say if you are ready to take somebody else on, right, you have to be in a very settled, very secure place within yourself to then go out and say, I want to date somebody else.
Yes.
I want to take on this person, especially if I'm a man and I'm saying I want a woman, I have to be ready to help. Because most of the time, you can tell me if I'm wrong. If you're looking at a woman, most of the time, there's an area where she probably needs guidance.
Yes.
Right? Like, you cannot be distraught in your spirit and take on somebody and say that you're going to help them.
That's
right?
That's a word.
You arguing with me, we can argue. People argue, we're human. But if it's at the point where you're screaming and yelling and you're arguing with me not to be understood but just to be heard.
Yes.
I'm a sensitive flower. Talk to me sweet.
Like for me, I don't even argue or yell with women. Like,
but that takes security. That takes self security to be able to take that approach. A lot of men will be like, and they'll go into bitch mode.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And men don't go.
And how can you respect a man that do that? Right? I can't respect you like that.
Yeah. So, I don't argue or yell with females. I'd be like, yo, it is what it is.
Women.
All right. Talk to you later.
Don't be nonchalant.
Sorry.
That could be
sorry. I know that's a big thing too. My bad.
Yes, thank you.
I usually normally do say woman too. My homegirl had got me about that one time, which was funny. I was like, oh, sorry. But yeah, I don't argue or yell with women. Like, it's not very masculine. First of all,
we're gonna drive you crazy.
Huh?
It's not very masculine.
No, it's not even the masculine part, but it's also like why can we just communicate normally and talk about the situation that happened or whatever?
Because some men don't know how to communicate.
But it's not just men; it's women too.
That's true.
Don't just say.
I said
earlier.
Okay, I'm talking about myself. I'm
that's
sorry.
Right.
I know how to have a conversation and have an end goal to it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of
I've seen women like go crazy like on a man for like no reason, etc.
True.
And
I've seen it too.
It's calm. Like I've been in those situations. I'm like, why? What's
like,
good
relax.
with you? What's like? There's no
what's
like.
What's good with you? You're from New York.
Just have a normal conversation, or like we could discuss a later thing. Like sometimes there's a time and a place for everything. Right,
agreed.
Like especially when you about to go out or something like that, and you start like, "Yo, let's have this conversation back when we get back to the house." Or like,
calm down. I learned that too.
I just have a now valuable question for someone. Do you do public scandals?
No, I don't do that. I respect people.
Whenever I go on a date, now that's a question I'm gonna ask because of what you just said. Do you do public scandals?
What is that?
Like
argue in public,
get
riled up in public, and it
can you
matter.
wait till we get home until we
don't have enough self-control to wait until we at least
get home. Don't show me you're angry when we're outside
in front of people. Don't embarrass me because I'm not gonna embarrass you. So
okay, I will walk away.
Girl,
that's
time I talk to you.
To that man.
I don't know that man.
And we also gotta understand too, there's gonna be 70%, probably 60 to 70% of what you like about a person, and 30 to 40 of what you don't like about a person.
Correct.
Yes.
And it's like I said, what
you're
willing to accept and go forward and keep pushing through. Because like I said, how you said about the need and the want thing a lot right now in 2024 and going on. You guys got y'all equality of what you wanted, more so of working at employers. Like women didn't have that back in the day, so to do that stuff. So men was taking care of everything, right, or whatever they needed to, and then the woman had the household. Woman got the household. Now they can work equally and stuff like that. So it's very contradicting nowadays of how
I don't care what's going on. I need my man to prepare.
But that's how you feel.
Me too.
That's
I
how
need a
you
man
feel.
child.
I don't understand.
I will drop all of this right now. I don't care what I'm doing.
What?
I will drop it. You said what?
Listen, I used to be the person I
home.
never wanted kids. I used to be like, you remember this,
Yes.
right? Like kids. Do I look like
I want kids and shit.
I
Not
realized.
a rich auntie. That's the Libra thing. That is a Libra thing.
But you know what? I realized that it's not that I didn't want kids. It's I didn't want to repeat cycles. But now I do want kids, and I do want to have a man who
you want to have them kids by. Ooh.
I want him to.
I want to be like I want to have your kids.
I want your baby.
You know what I mean? Tell me that, bro.
Get me pregnant
tomorrow.
Get
me pregnant. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I think y'all. Let me say this.
So go ahead. Actually, go ahead, Alexa.
Go ahead. Finish.
No, go ahead.
No,
I gotta get my train
you're the
of
guest.
thought.
Somebody gotta talk.
Go ahead. You're the guest.
Look, rock, paper, scissors.
I'm telling you to go. You're the guest.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Nah, you're good. women love like that dad mode or uncle mode. So my nephew, me and him look similar. I was out with him yesterday or whatever, and he goes out when he comes. What?
He look like he's your baby. He looks like he's
your
baby.
Yeah, he looks like my baby. Yeah. So like women have asked me like, "Yo, you have a kid?" I'm like, "Come on."
So, but do you have kids?
No.
Oh no.
No. Yeah, escape that. For right now. I mean, but I do want kids. Like I want 3 to 4 kids. You know what I mean?
We gotta start tomorrow.
Nah, we're not starting tomorrow.
All right.
We gotta make sure things are in proper place to be starting. A lot of people be doing that, in proper places because they acting off of emotion. You gotta be thinking
logical.
Yeah,
Come on.
Be thinking logical.
Because if you're right. Because
absolutely,
some days I'll be like, I want a kid, and then I'll be like, Alexa, but do you
for
really
who?
Why put yourself through the struggle of like you got to go 20 times harder. You're just trying to go 10 times. Now you got to go 20 times harder.
Yeah.
So just think about it like that. You know, you don't want your kid to grow up however you grow up. Even though if you probably thought it was nice, you want them to have everything more. And then some. Mm-hmm. Obviously, a certain boundary with it because now you know parenting is totally different nowadays. It is. Big time. You know, like for me, I can't listen. My kid can't have an iPad and all this. Like if they do, it's got to be super parental control.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times this stuff is not parental control to the max. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm talking to my nephew. He's 12 years old. He's talking about stuff like I'm like.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm like, how you even, you know?
You know, Emery came home talking about make me sweat.
Ma'am.
She was singing the stupid song.
That is so funny. And it's like,
I said, where did you learn that? And she like, what?
Exactly. And
where'd that come from? I don't know. I don't think so. I think that's more schools.
Oh.
And then, because now it affects because you don't know how that kid is growing up in their household or whatever, and what their parents are allowing and stuff.
Yeah. There's certain things you're not gonna be able to control.
You're not 100%, but you know when they're in your house and they're out with you, it needs to be a certain manner. Okay, you respect me this way, etc., etc. You Jamaican, you know how it goes.
All right,
real
guys,
quick,
I'm
you know.
sorry. Okay. I'm so sorry to interrupt the conversation, but
no way.
It's time.
No, we didn't even finish the month.
It's what I'm saying.
Listen, I know conversation is so good. It's so good, and I wish we could just keep going, but.
We need a round 2.
We gotta wrap it up.
To bring it back to the point that we had, dating apps are cool,
right?
But you have to go on there with the intention and with an open mind.
That's it.
Right?
That's it.
Be open to the foolishness.
Mm-hmm.
Be open to the
it's gonna be a game.
The baby, what they call it, the small talk, the micro talk.
Oh, I hate that.
The minuscule talk. Like it's not even small anymore. We're here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're saying, hey, what you doing? Where you from? To 20 people.
Read my profile.
You have to
all
get
that information is right
on there.
You
have to. If you want to be successful on a dating app, you have to come with it. You have to be a little bit different. Don't just post regular pictures and post, I like tacos. Like you have to
be intentional with it.
Very intentional.
I only respond when they're
intentional.
When their first approach is actually interesting.
And you might have to pay.
I'm
delete.
Listen,
you might have to get a subscription.
Delete.
If you wanna get on the upscale ones,
if you want people who are truly intentional. Right. So I'll say that.
That's good. That's good. But
I don't know. I just dating apps aren't the solution
You can still meet people in the real world.
In the real world.
There's other ways too, and take advantage of social media.
It should be organic.
I think social media is also a good way of meeting people in a way that I mean, I didn't meet you through social media, but I met you through your day job.
Yeah, mutual friends.
But I met a lot of people through social media as well, where I've created good connections with them. And it doesn't always have to be about love. Everything, one thing I would say is it doesn't always have to be about romantic relationships. Yeah. Everything can be platonic. Like, you can build really good connections, even if you get on a social media app. I mean, a dating app. Don't always think it's going to end this is the one. No, it could just be a friend, you know? A travel partner. So, y'all. It has been a pleasure to have y'all. This is so good. It turned out better than what I thought it was going to turn out. I didn't have no talking points. It was just flowing. You know what I'm saying?
It was good.
I will want you guys, of course, to tell the audience who you guys are. I mean, not who you guys are. I'm so sorry. Where they can find you at, because y'all famous people and stuff. So
that's you.
No, that ain't me. So Chantel, we can start with you.
My name's Chantel. I'm a real estate agent in the notary public. All my handles are Chantel Sells Houses. So that's CHANTELLE sells houses. I'm a home sales expert and an investment specialist. So if you're looking to invest in Houston, definitely give me a call.
That's your girl. All right, Onyx, go ahead, girl.
Hello, everyone. Remember me? Last time I was here, I was Onyx.
This is your second time.
Last time I was here, I was Onyx Lanusa, and today I'm back to being Onyx Gardner. Yay! So you can definitely find me on all my social media pages as onyx.gardner. And if you want photography, talent management, music video production, music productions, and logo, you need to start up your business. Anything you need within social media production and making things look pretty, you need to contact OMG Talent Management, and we're here for you.
Girl, look at you.
I love
okay, commercial.
Snap.
My name is Phil. I go by Philly C, or you could call me PH. Sorry, I need to do that over again.
Go ahead.
My name is Phil. You can find me on Instagram at philly.2y's.c or PAC Consulting, P.A.C Consulting. I work as a licensed financial advisor, and I also do business consulting, so helping people, start their business up properly, and if they need credit restoration or business funding to help them out to get things going for themselves, I help with that. So
you need to connect because you do sell houses, credit restoration, boom.
For sure.
And y'all know me. I'm your girl, your host, baby, Alexa. Y'all, thank you guys for being here. Can we rate the wine real quick? Cause
10.
It was really good. So normally I will not buy red wine.
Really?
I'm a sparkling wine girl.
Stop that sparkling wine.
Yes. I know. You grow up.
I prefer.
I think you just said her girl wrong. You're wrong.
I love champagne. I love to mix it with passion fruit juice.
Okay.
I'm a stuff like that. Like, normally red wine is dry and nasty to me, but.
What is it
really
from 1 to
good.
10? What's your?
I'd rate it at 8.
Okay, that's not bad.
I'd rate it at 8.
I give it a 10. I can definitely
drink
2 of these bottles and be happy.
Yeah.
At the end of the night. Yes.
What do you rate the non-alcoholic wine? Did it taste like wine?
Yeah, it was 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, right? I'd give it a 10 too.
I feel like he's saying that because it's non-alcoholic.
No.
I've
been in Milan, so I've tried a lot of different wines.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that tastes like wine, and it doesn't give you no buzz to your head. So I love it.
All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on our social media platforms. And this was so good. I cannot wait to see you guys on the next episode.
Bye.
I know that you got what it takes, plus you working, ain't no breaks, yeah. You got that vibe, mama, you already know, yeah. This is the Dollar Talk Show. Yeah.